hope they lost. Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 Reunion Part 2. We really didn't need three parts, but okay. So Ink thinks Jeremiah is his son because of the overlapping that they had. I guess. Y'all
I
too
want people
old.
with these
Y'all too
like
old
kind of
not to know.
questions to be not getting paternity tests and stuff. That's so stupid.
That's something like y'all too old to not to know. It's crazy. Like get the test and move on. We don't go all these years and not know. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm with Karen. Y'all just disrespecting the poor kid like he
You didn't already embarrass him. You didn't told everybody the boy had some kind of disability, and now
sure
you're
did.
talking about the dad probably ain't his. It's too much.
And I mean, I can't remember if it was like dyslexia or autism, but either way, those are things that are not like a lot of people have autism.
Yeah.
Y'all, and people think of it like as this,
But
very
we didn't
severe
even
thing.
know that. She tried to use that to
I
go
wouldn't put
against
it out
Wendy.
there.
Yeah. It wasn't like we was talking about a situation like on Basketball Wives. My old girl was like, my kids have autism, and they did the whole autism awareness. It wasn't
Yeah,
that.
no. And I
Yeah.
mean, her kids are little because I feel like she doesn't know how severe it's gonna be either. Like I feel like it could be a thing that is unnoticed. Her husband went all these years without knowing
Or
that
it
he
could be a
had it.
lie because we're talking about Wendy. I mean, Rob, what's this girl name? Mia. It could be a
Yeah.
lie
It's a lie.
because
Yeah.
Mia be lying.
That's what she do, child.
Yep. Um, does her leaving Gordon have anything to do with him not having money? She say no. Clearly, it's a yes. Yeah, of course it do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
She
even
said
mad at her if she do say yes. This was the
because
arrangement. This
that
was
was
the
the
understanding.
arrangement. Yeah, so just be real. She
This
said,
nigga sitting up there talking about when I was 70. So how old is he?
child, they said that he ain't but 71. So they figured I was a lie. She said she's leaving because she was tired of the arguing, and she'll wake up and he didn't empty out her bank accounts, and now that she's out here helping him, and just say yeah, said that was the arrangement. He got to have a cute little young
This
wife
started
on his
happening
arms.
like after last season because that wasn't an issue last season. She wasn't saying nothing then about him being rah rah rah.
He wasn't. They were just a wonderful couple, and they was jumping on the girl.
That's right.
She
The
also
best friend.
said with the girl, like she was sleeping with him, like she was putting it out there, and now we know that that wasn't possible. But you was trying to put it out there.
Possible.
It wasn't even possible that Jacqueline could have been sleeping with him. So
Oh shit.
yeah,
That's funny. I hadn't even
um,
thought about that.
yeah,
Now it'd have been funny if Jacqueline would have been like, not according to you, because you said.
exactly. So she said she had all this money because she claims she had more money than Gordon did when she first met him. Even though it was a totally different story when she first told it, she was working in the club and he was just throwing all this money on her. But now she's saying she had more money than him because she lost three grandparents and she basically got a hold of some money. And I'm like, she lost three grandparents. Her mom is still alive. The money went to you and not your mom.
I mean, if that's how they did it, the
That ain't how they
grandparents might
did
have
it.
been like, if the grandparents been like, the mama is a crackhead, we just gonna give it to but there's other brothers and sisters, and she said it came into some cash.
She said
So,
it came in too. Yeah.
but like cash, like was it a couple thousand? Like that's not enough to like. How much was
Well,
it?
she claimed it was so much more that she had more money than Gordon.
Then, uh,
Please. She said she found out that he was functioning in bankruptcy, is what she said.
Well, that niggas lie now.
They do. They do. Um, so she's being sued for not paying rent in that little house, the little townhouse that we seen her in. And she said the only reason why she hasn't paid is because Gordon refused to move out and she ain't covering the whole bill. Well, Gordon didn't live there. I watched Gordon walk around that house confused. Now you saying Gordon was staying there and didn't want to move out. None of that is making sense to me, Mia.
Well, you said Mia be lying, and I don't have the energy to be trying to track which thing she's saying is true and which ain't.
I know he was walking around there lost, didn't know where the cups or nothing else was at. Now you gonna tell me he ain't want to leave. Okay.
If it's one thing a man is gonna know about your house, whether he lives there or not, is where you keep the cups.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the one thing in the kitchen he knows
exactly.
where to find stuff at.
He was looking lost as hell. Um, so she said when she was going through this whole ordeal with G, everybody reached out to her except for Candace and Wendy. Wendy was like, we left out on bad terms. Now, Wendy, you should have left off on bad terms. And that's why it really irritated me with that whole bumping kitties or whatever the hell that shit y'all was doing. Because now you can't go backwards. That you know what I'm saying? Like if you would have really left it on good terms, I mean on bad terms, then you would have a story. But that whole like how that pissed me off when she did that shit last season
I
anyway.
think the bumping kitty things is weird. I have friends that are gay that don't go on vacation and start showing each other their cooch. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because friends are friends.
put it in
You
your
know what I'm saying? They don't generally like
the folder. Yeah,
crossing that line. You know what I'm saying?
it's crazy. Um, one thing Wendy did say was when G reached out to them, G was talking so much shit, and because she felt some type of way towards me, she could have used that as her get back, but she ain't never say nothing.
I don't like that answer.
I didn't like any of
I would
them.
have been like, I ain't know. I mean, I don't be in y'all's business, and we not cool like that, man.
Right. Mm-mm. Robin.
Mm.
Robin wanted to question her situation about now I'm confused. One minute you were living here and G was staying there, and now you're saying you living here, and Mia was like, I'm bi-coastal. And next I'm going to Houston.
She
And
didn't say
Robin
bi-coastal. What she
is in
say?
bi-coastal.
He's I'm syndicated, like the
Oh,
radio
that's what she
station.
said. Yeah, syndicated. Yeah. Somebody else said bi-coastal because that's what she used before.
He's syndicated. I'm like, you syndicated like the radio station? She's stupid. That don't make sense, Mia.
Child. Robin looked disgusted because it looked like she was really trying to catch her up in some shit and she didn't get the response. She got the Mia, whatever girl
She
response.
should worry about herself. Robin shouldn't
She
be allowed to
should.
be questioning anybody about anything.
So we move on and we are at Giselle's her topic.
Mm.
And they talk about um the father and everything. But before we got there, Giselle wanted to make it clear that she said she never made fun of Wendy's mother. So that was a lie. Um, and she didn't know that she was in the hospital. Well, that was two different things. You did make fun. All of y'all sat there and talked about Wendy's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have knew that she was in the hospital, but you definitely all took turns talking shit about her mom. That's two different things. Um, and at the end of the day, I think in that situation, Candace said it best. Like I wish her, from afar. But ain't nobody fun to kiss her butt.
He wasn't gonna receive it well anyway, so there wasn't any point.
And if the tables had been turned, I don't know what she want from them, but she would have never gave that to them. Hold on, one moment. Juanita is approaching. Juanita, child, hold on.
Oh, that food gonna be good.
So even if it was the other way around, she wanna. I don't know what she expect them to do because she wouldn't have treated them no kind of way. It would have still been like, I don't mess with her. I don't mess with them. It's sad, but I don't mess with them.
She wouldn't even gave that probably.
Child,
You giving her more credit than she deserved.
you probably right. So we talk about her dad's passing, and they had a celebration of life. And she said that her dad was the one who encouraged her to be on the show where everybody else told her not to. And then everybody, while she was talking about the situation with her dad, everybody was tearing up. But Andy chose to question Candace, why are you crying? And I looked at Andy like, what kind of fuck question is that? What do you mean? Why is she crying?
Which is another example of the colorism that people keep mentioning about this show, but we want to act like it's not a thing. That's the thing. That's it right there. Everybody was crying, all of them.
All of them.
And I can understand why they would be, because
it was a sad situation. And I think almost, and maybe not Mia, but everybody else met.
They met him.
Dad. And Giselle went straight to even more, even when it's not about her. It was like, why are you taking the attention off of me and asking Candace question? This is about me. That's how that read to me. He asked Karen, did she feel responsible for not saying something to Candace and Wendy when they was making faces when Giselle was talking about her daughter? And she said she ain't responsible for nobody. She was like, look here, they all make faces. Giselle, don't do that, Karen. Don't do that. I was talking about my kids. I don't give up.
I don't even know why they're making that a thing either. Like, it's okay, so they were making faces. I don't like you. Every time you open your mouth, I make a face.
And you've been doing that the whole season.
She always making faces.
She made faces through the whole the show. She was sitting up there making faces. Well, Candace said that she weaponized her kids to try to make them look bad, and she do.
And
That's the second time she did that. She said, of course, she said she has never weaponized, but you have, and we all seen you do it. And Wendy was like, I even congratulated your daughter and asked if she would, well, to you, I gave you congratulations, and then I even asked was she gonna join the AKA, and she was like, that never happened. I'm pretty sure. Candace said it happened, and of course you're gonna say, of course you, but I'm pretty sure.
Wendy's not a liar. That's Mia. So why would she say that?
She said it. Jason. The situation with Jason. She said that she gave Jason rules, and she talked about don't embarrass her on social media, but then she said that they were free to do whatever. So if I'm free to do whatever, what do you mean? How is that embarrassing you? We're not a couple.
What did he say? Okay, Mom.
And then they mentioned on social media that he's on there kissing the blonde girl, and she just did. This is stuff that pissed me off with Andy. He touched on stuff when it concerns her, and then he jumped right off of it.
He let her direct. When she's ready to get off, she gets off.
Because the blonde girl, basically was saying that this is my man, and that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was the story.
That's what he liked anyway.
Exactly.
And when they say blonde,
asked,
they don't mean green-eyed bandits. They mean pink toes, like Britney Spears. Blonde.
why didn't Andy want to elaborate on that?
Because it's Giselle's house. I don't want to go here anymore.
That really irritates me about him. Throw away the house. Shit.
Throw away the show.
Mia talk about Giselle is what an athlete. Once again.
How old is he? Because when I be watching football now, I be like, well, how old is the baby? Did he just get out of high school?
The coaches are babies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Once again, Andy chose not to dig. Didn't ask no question.
Told him.
You don't get to do
she
that.
Be having imaginary boyfriends anyway. She been sitting there. How many seasons is it? 8 seasons. She been sitting there with nobody sitting behind her.
She messing around with somebody though because Mia put her out there. You know what I'm saying? She didn't expect that to come out.
Oh,
Mia
that's not
put
her
that out
man
there.
messing around. Hell, I guess any of us could be doing that. What do that mean?
Yeah. Who is it? Is he married? Why you can't put him out there?
Because he's not her man. That's why.
Huh.
They just kicking it. They be bays. They just be each other's bae.
But she claims she have all these different men. But we ain't seen nobody but Sherman.
Wasn't she just getting surgery?
Exactly.
I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing.
And Juiceador. Evidently, Juiceador was trying to take one of Candace's background dancers without asking Candace, and that's what the issue was. That's why Candace wasn't trying to mess with
her. And I think that's foul. Like, you could have at least asked me, like, you know, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be cool.
Drew seems like that type though.
She does.
Drew do that shit and sit back and act like she ain't did shit wrong. And background dancer. I hope you didn't do it because Drew don't pay. I hope you didn't do it.
People said she don't even want to pay for a meal that you cooked. I would damn sure wouldn't. You better get your money up front.
Candace won the lawsuit against Michael, y'all. Ashley's still sitting up there claiming she ain't know nothing about it. You knew all the details about it. You said you're rubbing a man's feet at night. You're pillow talking. You know everything about it. Shit.
Why is she rubbing his feet at night? It's
Child, I don't know. What we got here? So we're going to this whole timeline situation. They're going to keep bringing up, and this is what I'm tired of, the whole Robin and Candace situation. So here's the real timeline that we didn't get on the show to explain the whole situation. So they shot the reunion last year, right? After the reunion, Robin posted a picture. Candace posted cute picture or whatever. She commented on the picture. Robin response was, she gets the picture made her look white adjacent, which isn't a good thing. So Candace
always look white adjacent. Ain't you 59% white, European?
Yeah, she's black adjacent. She's not white adjacent. She's black adjacent. She has
barely.
more white than
what makes her adjacent to being black? Her texture, her hair texture, her 4C hair. Is that what it is?
Sure, barely. Candace respond, "Are you mad?" She didn't get a response. So then the one thing happened. She reached out to her again, no response. So at that point, the paywall shit came out. And then Candace popped off. Because clearly this B got an issue with me. Robin does the the whole colorism conversation made her feel so uncomfortable, and she never had to experience anything like that. And I was like, she's having such a Karen moment at this point right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, she tried it. She put it on, didn't she? And Candace was like, I'm sorry, where I grew up, we talk about race.
I don't know how she can be the complexion that she is and not have ever dealt with it, because I feel like I've dealt with it my whole life. I've dealt with people saying, non-melanated people, I mean, saying shit that's disrespectful and like leaving you feeling like, I remember being 18 years old and my first job and having this old white woman telling me, like, I was just telling my husband, like, you're not like black. Now, the grown-up me would have handled that differently, but the 18-year-old me went home to my mother like, what am I even supposed to do with that? I can't believe I've had people like sneak touch my hair. You know how they do. So I don't know how she has gone through her whole life with blue eyes, green eyes, and not having folks say things to her that would make her feel some type of way in terms of her blackness. I don't believe it.
Or she didn't care. She wasn't offended by it.
She wasn't offended by it. Which,
the fact that you can go your whole life and say that you never, these comments, or you never was affected by that, never had to deal with that.
How do you not?
She's full of shit.
Thank you.
And then her co-worker, her partner, whatever the hell she is, she's sitting over here to me. I ain't got no problem talking about colorism. I went to a black college. I'm a part of a black sorority.
You mean you're a wannabe better than me? That's the sorority.
I'm like, at the same time that Giselle was in school.
And when she was in school, that movie came out.
That movie came out because of your sorority, ma'am, at a black college, and the colorism that was going on during that time at those schools.
And don't get mad at us, because it's a thing. It's an actual thing.
It's a thing. We not gonna sit up there and act like that. What in the AKAs versus the Deltas? We're not gonna act like that's not what it was.
I didn't pledge anything.
I didn't pledge either. I'm saying it.
I just wasn't like, I was like, I mean, I don't pledge either I'm gonna be a member or I'm not. I'm not doing all of that.
We're not gonna act like that ain't what it was. And that's what
it still is. Oh. It still is, and that's why Wendy is over here kissing her ass, because she's been doing it for a long time, and so is Aneka.
I forgot that girl was even there. Why is she here? While she was sitting backstage giving herself a prep speech, I'm going to say it. I'm going to talk to Wendy. I'm going to say what's on my mind. And her husband sitting over there trying to encourage her, somebody he'll speak up, and she snaps at him. And I said, it has not been one time we done seen this woman's interaction with her husband, and it's been pleasant.
I don't know who it was. Somebody was like, and I kind of missed that because I kind of be halfway paying attention to these people. But somebody was like, does she like her husband? And I was
you
like,
don't.
what did she do to him?
You didn't hear that part?
I tuned them out for the most part. I'm here because, like,
she had said something like, if he spoke out, if he did something, he was gonna be over there with wine. Yeah. It's crazy.
What is she trying to get pregnant for if she don't like the man? Is she trying to get pregnant? Maybe that's why she's washing her prenatal pills down with champagne. Golly. And she's 40. Which is not too old, but I mean, hurry up, girl.
You there. You there. What's my girl named Karen said, there is no better group on Bravo to have this conversation than them. And Wendy was like, not true. Because this group don't even have the range to have that conversation. And she's absolutely true.
You
Because
know, when
y'all
she
all
said
sat
that
there when they tried to have a conversation with y'all, and y'all all sat there, including Candace. Candace
and
gonna say,
denied it.
yeah, denied that it was an issue. You guys don't have the range to have this conversation. You guys
And
are the reason why everybody else is having the issues.
I've said this before, and it's funny because when you look at the other franchises with black cast, Atlanta, I don't look at them and think about nobody's complexion ever. It's just about who's doing what. When I look at Married to Medicine, I don't ever think about nobody's complexion. When they came out with Potomac, first of all, I never heard of Potomac.
Me either. That was the
And
first
I
time
was
I've
like,
ever heard
what
of
is
it.
Potomac? Like the light-skinned housewives? Like that was the first thought that I was like, they all like the same color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then all their friends, like all their side friends are light-skinned. And Sharice.
And Therese was supposed to be in the head.
Oh, that worked out cool.
Mm. Here's another thing. Robin sat there and said that she never had this colorism talk or anything. But you also the same one that jumped on Katie about her color. I'm like, what are you talking about? Y'all
And
the one
Katie's
who started the
biracial.
whole, yeah. And trying to tell her, you know, she was saying, you got something in you too.
And the most offensive thing of all is to tell that lady what boxes your kids gonna check when it comes to race.
Girl.
Other, because they're not black and they're not white. So, you know, what box do you
So
check?
Katie shouldn't have been offended. You didn't offend Katie when you had that conversation with her?
Katie has a white mother, and I think as black people, we have to stop acting like biracial children should just only accept the blackness. Because that's not what it is. They have genetics from both races. Now, how the world accepts them is not the same thing as how they act. You know what I'm saying? That's a different conversation. But Katie, who's biracial, then who has children by a white man, their kids are going to appear
White.
more white than black. So which box do they check? I guess it doesn't matter, but I think you had the audacity to ask a lady that question. So then, like you said, but you never had the conversation about race before?
She thinks a lot of times Robin act like we forget what we watched. Even in this reunion.
And
What we
Giselle,
about
your
to
father
get
was
to.
like a civil rights activist. I feel like the conversation had to have come up a lot.
Giselle?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially being from New Orleans.
Come on.
So the husbands come out. Is that where we at? Yeah. The guys then came out. Chris said he's purposely not been around. And they asked him about the whole, do you feel that Robin plotted against you? And he gave you a very Robin question. I don't give a fuck. How about that? I don't give a fuck.
Don't blame Chris.
I ain't talked about it. So they bring up old girl with the fake affair. And he's like, I never met her. Here go Robin. So the screenshots out there, those are not real. He's like, I don't know her. I don't know her.
The screenshots of one's credit card was on the receipt was real. That part wasn't fake.
All of that was real. That was Ron. That was Juan's phone number. That was his credit card. That was him walking in on the camera, going to
That
through the
was his Tinder
camera.
profile.
All of
Swipe
that.
left, swipe right.
That was his response to the girls. See, that's what I'm saying. You act like that quick that we forgot that you talking about screenshots with somebody else's husband, like we forgot what went down with yours.
You know what? And another thing, I don't know why she gonna sit up here and act like it's not suspicious that Ron deletes everything from his phone.
Come on.
Who does that? Every time, he has a thing with messages being in his phone. Usually, most people leave messages so they can go back to it. And
yeah, I have messages from, I don't know, way back when.
You definitely don't delete your messages.
I don't.
But sometimes you'd be like, hey, text me the phone number or text me the address. So I don't delete it so I could go back.
Mm-hmm. For example, I'll go back and look at our conversations. When I'll be trying to find the Disney password. Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
I type in Disney password. Is that one of them conversations we have? Mm-mm. I mean, Candace was like, I feel like Giselle and Robin was behind it. I mean, particularly Giselle. Here go Giselle. The girl said to keep me out of it.
She also said that she was over there having relations with Chris.
So that's what I'm saying. So what we supposed to believe?
What story do we believe?
Which one? Those are we just trying to figure out. What is this? Candace says she felt that way. Oh. He's like, look here, Chris. Because the whole thing was Candace felt like Giselle was behind it. You said you felt a kind of way around Chris, and you should be able to feel the kind of way that you feel. So let Candace feel the way that she feels.
Heard him word, Chris.
Next question is how he did her. Okay. So then he asked the husband how they feel about Juan not being there, and nobody had a comment. Nobody's gonna answer that. Juan is their friends. We're not in that, Andy. Wrong show. You think I'm those Huntsville guys? We don't turn on each other like that.
I think they don't care. I think they're like, I mean, we saw it. Ain't no reason for us to say Juan don't like her. That's why he's not here.
Right. Well, I mean, Michael the only one told the truth on that. Michael's like, he's not gonna marry her. I know who he's with. It's
Michael's
not
been there more than one. He just stopped being here.
So G was the only one who was like, I mean, I ain't dogging Juan out, but I'm here to support my wife. Well, ex-wife. They was like, she ain't your ex-wife. I was like, she out here with a whole nother nigga holding the ex.
He backstage, ain't he?
So G starts out, everybody have questions, and some may have suspected but don't know. Whatever he was gonna say, he didn't get to finish it because that's how it went off. So next week, I guess we start off with G trying to explain what he thinks everybody may have suspected.
I don't trust G any more than I trust what's that lady? Mia. I think they're both full of it.
They're plotting. Maybe G people said you got to break up with her in order to get your money. So maybe they're trying to prove. Maybe they're trying to prove.
What money? He didn't have none. He was bankrupt when she met him.
That man had money. That family pulled the plug on their ass because Mia was gonna make his ass broke.
Well, it doesn't seem like he's good at decision making. Seems like somebody needs to pull his plug.
Child.
He over here with a wife who don't, and and a boyfriend, and
that's your karma, G. It is what it is. And on that note, smash that thumbs up button. And subscribe to our channel. We'll see you on the next one. Bye,
Bye, y'all.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8. Last part of the reunion. Reunion part 3.
I can't wait to quit this show. I'm so excited. I hate them all. Thank you.
Before we start, Logan, tell them what to do. Say, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to this. You can't hear you. Go pass by your mouth. Tell them what to do. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to that channel. All right. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, everybody want to do their part today?
Yes. Yes. Gordon said, y'all, that he has bipolar 1.
I know it's gonna be something that you know what I'm saying?
Well, he said if it was a 2, 3, he'd have that too. Okay, but he know he got bipolar 1. And he said bipolar 1 is when your mind tricks you to think that you are normal and everyone else is slow. I said, damn it, I got it too.
Maybe I do too. Because I think everybody else is crazy and I'm normal.
Yeah. So he said that when he reached out to all the husbands, when he had did the little telling about Mia when shit, he was going through mania. Okay, so at first I was like, I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So then I was thinking, well, he could be, and Mia knew that and took advantage of that situation as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but people don't normally really know those types of things about themselves necessarily.
Well, he said he was diagnosed in his 20s.
Oh, okay.
So he just started treating himself. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying that, well, he said, they said, so you was having an episode when you had locked her in the room. And he said he don't even remember locking her up in the room. He was like, now hold on, I ain't say all that. I said I took her phone. I ain't say I locked her up.
Okay.
I think that if he is, I do feel like she used that to take advantage.
I feel like Gordon is with all the shits. I think him and Mia are both bullshits.
I kind of felt that too, but I kind of go back and forth with that.
I think Gordon's full of shit too.
Well, Giselle want to know, since you walking away from Gordon, who gonna take care of him? And she said she gonna forever take care of him. And I was like, lies you tell, because you just said on the last segment, yes, she did. On the last segment, she said she wasn't paying that rent because he owed that money. Ain't that what she said? I'm not taking on his debt. So
but they was in that place that was what, $10,000 a month? Like, how much was the rent?
Exactly. So how'd you taking care of him? You just said you weren't gonna take care of that, but you taking care of him.
And I also feel like Gordon did a lot of this stuff in order to maintain keeping her around. Like,
he absolutely did. He absolutely did. So now him and the family is on good terms. I feel like him and the family is on good terms because he's separated from this. Out. Yep. And then I also feel like, then I was sitting up here. This is me thinking on the fake side, right? I'm like, ain't this the same story that the housewife and the hustler had? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got in trouble.
Got a little twist.
Yep. And now you got this. Now he got dementia. He don't remember nothing. Now this one got bipolar. He's bipolar. He don't remember nothing. Sound like a little, I don't know. I just felt like it's some bullshit all the way around. All the way around.
Some tax evasion and I don't want to pay things.
Exactly. I was out of my mind. I didn't know what was going on. Child, please. So we're at NECA segment. So she let us know that the IU didn't work. Now she's moved on to the IVF process, and you know, Candace is helping her get through that. I mean, it's not gonna work unless you keep taking the alcohol. But your husband is adopted. He ain't told you that's not a good thing.
He has.
Prenatal pills.
Sure.
She don't like them anyway. She don't listen to them.
Everybody says that. Why doesn't she like her husband?
Right.
I don't know.
She snap on him every chance she get. I don't know what this is, but she's been doing this a lot lately. That pump. Yes. Yes. Are they doing peekaboo at school? Is that what that is? Peekaboo? Yeah.
I want to play.
Right. That's absolutely. So NECA's accent is a Wisconsin accent because that's where she grew up. That's what she said. So she said it's not Valley Girl.
I was like, Wisconsin.
What Wisconsin accent sound like? Why it don't sound like Valley Girl?
It's Midwest, isn't it? Yeah.
And that I would think. Yeah, I would think. That's not what that sound like. You done work real hard to get that Valley Girl accent.
I mean, that ain't Wisconsin, girl. Where was Laverne and Shirley from? Shamil, Chicago. Wasn't they from Wisconsin?
Like that. Exactly. So what we find out is production said that they wanted Wendy to bring NECA on the show. And Andy tried to say, you weren't too happy about that. And Wendy said, no, what happened was production came to me and said, we got somebody. She's also Ibu. She said, she know you. And Wendy said, I don't know her. Okay. So NECA is saying, well, I met you before. We was in VIP with about 10 to 20 people. Whether we was in the same area.
Does not know you, girl.
That don't mean I know you. I don't know you.
I saw you at the thing. Yeah, I remember seeing you and your husband at the thing.
I don't know you.
What do we talk about?
You might know of me. That don't mean I know you. That's two different things.
Not enough for me to say, yeah, I know this girl. I'll bring her on the show with me.
No, because she has somebody to bring on the show. She knew Kay.
Plus, and everybody likes Kay. Plus, Wendy's sister and this girl, what was her name? That wasn't
Lebe. Her Lebe.
Okay, Wendy's sister and that girl were no longer friends. So now I know you.
So I'm supposed to bring you friends of Lebe on the show, and cousins, and me and Lebe and my sister don't even deal with each other. Well, how they do that? So she want us to know it don't matter because they've been trying to get me out of here because see, they have reached out to my husband about the Married to Medicine. And
she should have did that. She should have did that.
Well, it didn't happen. And she wasn't the one who got picked. The one who got picked was what's her name?
Or that other lady.
Yeah.
Other lady.
Yeah.
They about the same. Like I feel like they about the same.
Sure, she like her husband as crazy as he is. She do like him. But you still wasn't that girl because you wasn't even the one that they picked to even go over there. But she said Lebe told her to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, I guess.
I live in Wisconsin. Let me choose between Potomac and Atlanta. Like, what is your decision? So you was gonna move just so you could be on the show?
Yeah. I would have went to Atlanta. I'm not going to Potamac. It's cold. Wine out there on the prowl. I'm not. No.
Not Juan is out there on the prowl.
Juan is on the
can't
prowl.
say nothing. Wow.
Y'all, this girl, she won't be still. Do y'all see her?
She grown now, child.
All the way. So, what does it mean to be Osu? So, Wendy was like, well, since Ashley brought it up, Ashley, you explain what do it mean. And Neko was like, well, I don't. She was like, no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
I said Ashley.
I said Ashley. She sauntered. Sit your ass in the corner. I didn't ask you. Did you raise your hand? Shut up. You did not.
And she shut up.
This is my classroom. I said Ashley.
Ashley, not that you raise your hand, y'all. She on one tonight.
Yeah, yeah. She said, Ashley said, she don't know what it is, but she know it's culturally sensitive. So in other words, she said, fuck your culture. Ain't that what she said?
That's what I heard her say.
She said, I know it was, but you knew something culturally sensitive and you still chose to bring that up.
And you introduced it as if Wendy like says something like, you know, she introduced it as mess.
She did. And then Giselle sitting up there tomorrow. Well, I mean, is it a bad thing? Bitch, you knew it was bad. Y'all all knew what it was. Y'all acting like, let's not act like it wasn't on that show. That all about the little P in the T. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knew what it was. You talking about, was it messy? Ike was like, it's taboo. We okay, it's taboo. We don't talk about it.
And what's her name, Nneka? You knew better. You should have just left that alone. You should have just left it alone.
So their whole thing is, Wendy, Nneka apologized. Can't you move forward? And Nneka whole thing is, you never fussed at Ashley, but you took it out on me. Let me explain to you why, Nneka. It wasn't just the Osu thing. Because if you had left it with the Osu, we all knew that Ashley, who introduced this shit, which Andy, you should have got into her ass more about that than you did. Because the thing is, she caused this friction. She went to Wendy and she said that Nneka said that Wendy's family was Osu. That's what you said. It ain't something you heard. You told Wendy that Nneka said that. And if what should have happened is they should have got together and been like, that's some bullshit. Why you lie?
And she did and said, like, I was tipsy. Did I say that? What did I say?
And they didn't question her about that. They let it go. Okay. But
and then they wonder why the subject of colorism keeps coming up. Exactly. Y'all just went ahead and like solidified everything that was said.
And if it was just the Osu thing, we would let it go. But not only the Osu, when Nneka, you turned around and said that her mama was a witch, Holy Ghost fire, then left all kind of spells on you. That's what you said. And that's why she can't let it go. Because if you would have just left it at that Osu and it was a lie, no, you went further with it. You went further.
But who gonna let it go? Like, you called my mama a witch and
you called her mama a witch. Mia sat up there, a bird said, "Caw." She said, "Is that your mama?" Like, come on. Y'all was on this woman ass and y'all looking at her like, she apologized. You can't just,
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. And then you want to know why I didn't call you when your husband was shading you, girl. You said that's your mama.
Come on. Too much.
I would never feel comfortable saying something like that. I know, like, on the other side, whoever I'm talking to is not gonna think it's funny.
No.
Nobody's gonna think that's funny.
No. Well,
I thought it was funny, but she wasn't talking about my mama.
Right. Wendy said, I said that, and then she said, Wendy tried to ice her out to the group. The group that was been icing Wendy out all season.
How was that supposed to happen? How was she supposed to do that?
She was icing you out to who? Because you and Candace was over there being very friendly.
And it seemed like, I mean, the group was using you to try to ice her out.
Absolutely.
Not the other way around.
Child.
And you were here
Wendy
for the
said,
shit.
I said we could coexist. Okay. That's the best I can give you. I should whoop this ass, but
I think that's nice of her.
I choose to coexist. Okay. So we done brought Kay out. Kay and Wendy been friends for 5 years through a mutual friend. That's how they met. Okay. And she said she like everybody. She like Wendy, she Candy, her boo. She like who she say Giselle and Robin. Now she ain't say she like Ashley. Note that. She did not say Ashley nor
It don't
Mia.
seem like she like Ashley.
Nope, nope. And she ain't say Necka. But see, Necka, you call yourself coming for her too. She ain't forgot. We ain't forgot Necka. Ain't nobody forgot. That's why your ass ain't on the show. Then they said,
And she pretty. And I feel like the only reason why not Wendy, Giselle and Robin are cool with her is because she's established and within the community on her own merit. It ain't got nothing to do with no husband or none of that.
Yep. Yep. They'll be coming for her next season. Well, Giselle will.
I won't be there to see it, child.
Giselle checking on Kay when Kay was sick. Candace, like, that was very strategic. You know what I'm saying? It was more like I'm trying to prove, like, trying to make Candy and Wendy look bad. What is it?
That's what it was. And I also feel like, girl, how long was you laying there? Because it was the first thing in the morning. You want me to wake up first thing in the morning? Like, if I get up and I'm like, she ain't came out of her room, let me go see. You know what I'm saying? You ain't give them a chance to get up and see.
And Giselle thought that was just absurd. Like, I checked on her because I was checking on her. But you know what? If you was just checking on her, then you never wouldn't have made the comment that those are her friends and they ain't checked on her. That's exactly why you did that. Because you didn't have to, you could have left that part out, but you didn't. Because that's what you was trying to prove.
Yeah, you could have just went and checked on her. Exactly. And that's it.
Exactly. Wendy calling Mia slow. She was like, well, Mia is the one who said she's staying bi-coastal. Talking about because she live in Maryland and North Carolina on the same coast.
Same coast.
But Wendy was like, but I will apologize to NECA for calling her a crackhead. And Mia was like, and she called me a liar. They was like, Mia, you be lying. Not everybody. Everybody in unison said Mia be lying.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. That's why her storyline be like, you'd be like, I mean, I'm not here for somebody to just be making up shit on a whim. It's, that's dumb. Exactly. And so Gordon and his sob story, I guess, child, we don't know with y'all.
Gordon, you sitting over there, you taking care of Gordon because Gordon has this bipolar disorder. However, you don't think you being over there ink ain't mentally fucking with his head.
Not only that, like if he's known since he was 20, why is this just coming up?
Because they lying. See, now I'm back to
the
How
do we know what's the truth and what's not the truth?
Mia be lying. Mia
That's
be
what
lying.
She be doing.
So we had Ashley's segment. She said she dating somebody, but he ain't trying to get married. She dating Michael. He don't want to be married. That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Dating her husband.
Exactly. She said she got this up and down relationship with Michael, but now she's filing for divorce. And they asked her how much is she looking for in the divorce, and she said a sizable amount. Now, last time we seen you, you said you had a prenup and you wasn't getting nothing. Now you expecting a sizable amount? Ashley be lying. Ashley be lying.
Does she be hanging out with me? What's her name? Mia.
That's why Mia was calling her out. Yeah, Ashley be lying. What happened? The incident. We on to the incident, y'all. So Kay said Wendy was trying to de-escalate when old girl was over there acting a fool, but old girl ended up being all up in her face. Okay. And Andy says on the footage, 2K, he's saying this 2K, who was the one who was injured. On the footage, you can be seen throwing punches. What was going on with that, Kay? I was like, oh, he went straight for her. He didn't even act like it. He went right straight to, oh, but you were the one throwing the punches. That's what we saw, Kay. What was going on? And she was like, I was assaulted and I was defending myself. She was hit with a glass. She was defending herself, people.
I don't know what's so hard to see about that.
Then he went straight to Candace. Have you been calling her names? And then she confronted you, or did it just come out of nowhere? And Candace was like, when I was calling her the help and all of that, which I meant, that was after she got into my face. And we saw that. So why are you asking him that? Because we saw Candace over there dancing and minding her business, and then we saw her
and we heard her say, no, we heard that girl say, you got something to say to me? And she was like, no, get the help, get this vermin out of here.
Exactly. Mia said that the girl actually got up in her face and was trying to confront her too for calling her a four. She was like, I'm a four, Mia. I'm a four. And Mia said she responded like, we're all queens. And old girl was satisfied with that answer. So she left her alone. So
look,
her advice.
Of course, being generous with your Cookie Monster face self.
Child. Well,
you should have been saying thank you to Mia for giving you a 4.
Cause she says she cute. She says she cute, but she ain't cute, but she's cute. That's what she said. She still
she ain't cute or cute.
So she told Candy that she needs to be mindful. Because she has more to lose than old girl. Was you being mindful when you was throwing the bottle at Wendy?
At Wendy.
You want to give advice, Mia? And you was over there being violent as hell last season.
And everybody gave her the okay. Everybody's like, it's fine, don't worry about it.
They was like, it's okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Like she wants the bottle, but then she don't want it. She just wants the bank. Okay. I'm trying to talk about Mia. Mia be lying. Be lying? Okay. So we got to Giselle. Giselle, you were so upset at what happened at your event. And Giselle said that Deborah, Wendy, Candace, and Kay are all to blame. Basically, she said Deborah and the dark-skinned ones are to blame. And Wendy was like, what did I do? Tell me what I did. And she was like, all right, I'll take her out. Child. But y'all don't see it.
It's just weird to me. The way Andy asked the questions, and I did see, I don't know how true it is, but I saw that Andy leaving Bravo. That's the word on the curb.
I heard it, but I haven't seen no official word on
that.
I
have to see it like for real, for real.
Yeah, and it probably got something to do with all them other lawsuits he got too. Cause it don't be because of the stuff that he did to the brown girls. It's
no, he was over there being handsy.
Exactly. Thank you. And so Andy questioned Candace because Candace didn't do anything, because Candace was attacked. So Andy's question was, well, would you have swung on her? Really, woulda, coulda, shoulda? If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Are you serious?
Listen, listen. There's a lady standing next to me with a bust forehead that's bleeding all over the place. This lady rolled up on me.
We seen her swinging on camera. Okay. You ain't see Deborah?
I seen her bleeding. And I seen the Cookie Monster came rushing over there, you know.
And then I seen her other friend drag her down on the ground. But we not gonna question that. And what we also saw, which you did not ask Ashley, was Ashley, you said you wasn't there, but clearly in the footage, you right there from the beginning to the end. So what do you mean what happened? You was there. You was there.
They want us to believe not our eyes. Don't believe your eyes.
Well, Ashley's blaming Candace, you know, because words play a factor. It made it more explosive. Not that your girl was wrong. So they asked Ashley, did you bring her there to stir up trouble? And she was like, no, she explained to me that she wanted to clear the air. No, she said to you.
At your event, because anybody else would have been like, not there, you're not clearing the air. Exactly. But why do you need to clear the air? You don't know them. They don't know you.
You invited her there for that. The girl showed up with gym clothes on.
At a fashion show.
And she wasn't wearing y'all clothes. I didn't see her walk. She came there to fight. She came there, I'm about to check these hoes. I'm about to check Mia for what she said. And I felt she walked over there to Wendy, but she let it go. That's the first person. I don't know why she didn't, but that was the first person. She intentionally
walked. And Wendy was like, Wendy. Hey, girl.
Yeah. Then she went over to Mia. But my whole thing with you, Mia, you still said she cute, but she not cute. She been having it for Candace, because Candace, yes. What's the matter? You sleepy? Oh. Candace called her Cookie Monster, and we all been calling you Cookie Monster ever since. And that's what
and you start talking about these ladies' husbands. Let's go all the way back to where it started. You said Chris was trying to get at you. He was not.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the footage. Because, had it been this season and they so mad at Candace the way they are, we wouldn't have probably known that.
Not at all. Not at all.
She called Eddie Happy 80. He over there getting paid off of it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. That's how you
pull the candy. He told a shade into a shade tree.
Sure did. So at the end, Andy asked, did anybody want to do their apologies? And then he looked right at Candace and Robin. And Candace was like, at this point, I didn't mourn the relationship. The ball is in her court. She ain't trying to be cool. What am I doing? Then he went to Nneka and Wendy. And like I don't know how many times Wendy said it. I said I'm gonna be cordial with the chick. What else do you want?
What else do you want?
Giselle, I'm not even gonna try. See how you don't even push it. Because Giselle came on here talking about she waiting. She felt like they need to kiss her ass. And you obviously agree.
Yeah, they all do.
And so what did Giselle say? She won't even acknowledge it. She won't acknowledge it.
What is she supposed to acknowledge? Acknowledge what?
I don't know. That she did her wrong. I don't know.
That's why
she said, I can't wait for this to air. Did you know you was gonna be the one getting the backlash? Did you think Candace was?
She never does. She never does. She thinks because she's in control of what happens over there. And maybe she's working with the white part of her brain, the part that doesn't,
Well, and she's definitely working with production, because you heard her say to Andy, I thought y'all were going to talk to her. So, in other words, and once Candace came out, she even said production told her not to go in like she normally do.
Yeah. And Monique came out and was saying how this girl Giselle had a full-on meltdown when Chris was there, and we didn't see none of that.
We didn't see it. We didn't see none of it.
We didn't watch people throw chairs and all kinds of stuff, but we didn't see that.
So while y'all protecting your princess, y'all ruining the show.
Y'all got a whole Nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to watch it. And I like Kay, but I don't care enough to come back for that. So,
well,
Wendy really should walk away. Wendy really should just.
She really should. She really should. Just to prove a point.
Yeah.
They don't want me on here anyway. Y'all don't. Y'all.
So
y'all
what is their show gonna be?
Girls.
Karen, when you come back, people said you was over here driving under the influence.
They said she had some Stella Rosa. She had 2 bottles of Stella Rosa.
Well, can I just say, I could probably drink 2 bottles of Stella Rosa. It just really don't get you drunk.
We don't know what she had prior to.
What else she had? Yeah, because I was like, I like Stella Rosa. It tastes good, but it don't be giving you no buzz. It ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not that much alcohol in it.
Right. I feel like Stella Rosa is a good party wine to have because then your guests can drink without getting too tipsy.
You know, on another tip, you know, these kids then learned about Mad Dog. Don't do it.
They still have it?
Child, they didn't discover Mad Dog 2020. Don't do it.
I don't know. These kids do weird stuff with the alcohol, so I think
don't do it.
Don't do it. I've never had it. I've never had it.
I had some Mad Dog.
I never had it.
Child.
I started with what was them 2 old men that had the wine coolers?
Almost said it. Would it start with a B?
Start with a B.
Yeah. I can't think, but
that's what I started.
Yeah. And then that Cisco. Don't do it.
Didn't mess with that. I didn't have no Cisco. I had Barnum and Bailey or whatever that was, them 2, and then them peach coolers, the peach wine coolers. Yeah, girl, back in the day.
Yes, child. Then we moved over to Thug Passion.
Thug Passion. What was Thug Passion?
Thug Passion was the Alizé mixed with
Hypnotic. No, we was having Moet and Alizé.
Thug Passion. Crown
Y'all
Royal.
was doing too much. Y'all was doing way too much. That Moet and Alizé was very good though.
Let's get some Thug Passion. Let's do it for old time's sake. You're gonna need it if you're gonna watch some shit like this. They make you have a drink afterwards.
I wouldn't mind a Moet and Alizé. I'm too lightweight for a Thug Passion.
Child. All right, y'all. That was it. They crowned Andy the douche of the night. I don't know. The Duke, my bad. The Duke.
The douche of the night. The Duke. Is that anything like the donkey of the day?
Yeah. All right, y'all. That was it for Potomac. Y'all smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel. You gonna tell them bye, Lolo? Is you gonna say bye-bye? You gonna say bye-bye? Well, Sissy said it for you. All right,
see you on the next one. Bye.